Okay, this video is a really important video. This video is going to be on EMFs, electromagnetic fields. So I'm going to share some really important information, three main topics. It's going to be the health concerns associated with EMFs, where are we getting the most exposure from, and then most importantly, what can we do to help buffer it? Because I always want to share this information, and I always want to have ideas and tips for you guys to incorporate. So I'm going to share some simple facts, and then I'm actually going to go through our home, mainly in our kitchen, and test some of our products and show through a smart reader what kind of EMFs are being thrown off by some of the products that we use every day. So electromagnetic fields are basically produced by electrically charged objects. And by definition, they affect the behavior of any other charged objects in the vicinity of the field. We are charged objects, so we are definitely impacted by these EMFs. So low-level exposure is totally fine. Limited exposure here and there, totally fine. However, if we have constant chronic exposure, the way that we do from our cell phones, our tablets, our computers, definitely becomes a health concern. So the Environmental Protection Agency actually recommends that we limit our exposure from 0.5 to 2.5 milligauss, mgs is how these are measured. If you are 3 feet away from a microwave, 3 feet away from a microwave, you're exposed to 25 milligauss. So the EPA wants us 2.5 max. All right, so there's definitely some products that we're all using every day that are concerning. There's also studies that are showing that EMF exposure at night has more impact than during the day. So think about if our cell phones are next to our heads, any of these other devices or tablets, things like that, next to our heads when we sleep are definitely concerning. And I'll tell you exactly what to do about that. And then also some people in their homes or in hotels, the Wi-Fi routers are actually put under the beds. And so we just need to really be aware of this so that we can make healthy decisions. There's also studies, and this is what made me really passionate about this topic, that in particular people that have autoimmune conditions or Lyme are more affected by these EMFs. And I have noticed a huge difference since we made a couple of changes in our homes. There's also, we're constantly exposed to these wireless networks that are in our homes, our schools, public places are constantly throwing off these EMFs. And so I think it's really important to do what we can do. There's stuff that we can't control, but if there's places in our lives where we can limit the exposure, I think that's absolutely important. There are also some cities that are requiring cell phones and other devices to come with an educational information sheet about the risk. And I'm going to read this quote that is actually from one of the information sheets. I also encourage you to even Google your, say, cell phone manual and see if you can find anything on this, because it should be in a lot of the instruction manuals that most of us don't read at this point. So it says, if you carry your phone in your pants, shirt pocket, or tucked in a bra when it's on and connected to Wi-Fi, which in general it will be, you may exceed federal guidelines of radiation. Very important, right? Especially for, if these are next to reproductive organs, in our pockets, in our bras, ladies. Very, very crucial information. And again, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do to help buffer this. All right, so now I'm going to move into our kitchen and I'm going to test some of our products. Okay, so here I am in our kitchen. I'm going to be using a smart reader. Let's see if we can make it so you guys can see this. Yep. All right, so we're mainly going to be looking at this number, the EMF. Okay, so this number right here, that's at 13. Now, every reader comes with a card. A little tricky to do. And if you can see this, less than 2.5 milligauss is normal. If you're above 2.5, you want to check regularly. Anything above 30 is not recommended for long term. Anything above 100, avoid. Avoid long time in that area. So anything above 100, avoid long term. All right, here we go. Again, this is a little tricky, but all right, so we're at 15. Let's actually do my cell phone first. So right around the hundreds. 150. Now watch if I put it on. Sometimes when you put it on and you do like an internet thing, climbs higher. Right, so it goes a little in and out. These numbers are obviously concerning, especially because this is something that's on all the time. I'm gonna make a phone call. Let's see if it goes up. Jay, that's just me. You can ignore it. Yeah, definitely going past the hundreds. And again, you see it kind of goes in and out, but there's definitely some high numbers we hit there. Yowzers. So this often is right next to people's brains. Watch how cool this is though. Creating distance. A foot a distance reduces your EMFs by 80 to 90%. And I'll talk about that again in a minute. All right, ladies, for those of you not wanting to cook, I know you're not going to be able to see these numbers, but 208 in front of the stove. 208, 328, 326, 336. So our ovens. So for me, now that I have this information, what I do when I cook, I obviously don't sit right in front of it. Moving over just to here, 15. Way different. You can't even see me, but I'm just right next to it. So right in front, I think it's actually probably, you think it's just that it's the screen that does it? Crazy, crazy. All right, the fridge. I think our fridge was pretty high too. Not so bad. 115, 167. So it actually goes higher when you go by like the ice dispenser. It seems like it's these, the screens and things like that.
Smart fridges.
Smart fridges. Mm-hmm.
The appliances that connect to the internet can also be like twice as much.
Yes, right, totally. Okay, what else did I want to test? I did the phone. Those are the main things. Okay, so here's what you can do to limit this, because I think that's the most important. All right, so again, putting distance between you and the device is so important. We do not use wireless headphones in our house. I don't want that kind of exposure right here. We're seeing a lot more brain cancers, a lot of parotid tumors. There's definitely a high correlation between that and cell phone use on the same side. Like a lot of times it's on people's dominant side that they talk on the phone. These I get on Amazon. They're anywhere from $20 to $60, depending on how fancy you want to go. Just type in EMF-free headphones. I love these headphones. So often what I'll do if I'm spending a long time on a phone call, I plug into these and I just make sure my phone's a foot away. It doesn't have to be more complicated than that. So create a distance. Obviously, this is so important in regards to kids using tablets. There has to be that distance. And so when our kids do use tablets or if they're playing on our phone or anything like that, we do not let them have it in their lap, and we definitely create a distance between them and the device. The other thing, you can change this just by switching a button. Putting your phone on airplane mode whenever possible. If you're walking around with it, say you're traveling and it's in your pocket or it's in your bag right next to your body, and you're not expecting a call or you don't need to have access to your phone, put it on airplane mode. That's also what I do every night. So if my phone is in the bedroom with me, it's definitely on airplane mode. You can even set it on a timer to go on airplane mode at a certain time of the night and turn back on in the morning. The other thing we do that's made a huge impact, I definitely feel a difference because these, the EMFs do affect certain people's sleep. We put our wireless router on a timer. And so from, I think it's 10 p.m. until 4:30 a.m. or 4:45 a.m., because that's usually when I get a lot of my work done, our Wi-Fi completely shuts down. And I do know that a lot of people are actually getting rid of Wi-Fi in their homes altogether and just plugging into Ethernet, which is not a bad idea. You know, EMFs are something we're going to be hearing more and more about. This is a really important topic. There's a lot that we don't know about it yet. It hasn't been long-term studied, and there are definitely dangers. Most importantly, there's definitely a few easy things you can do to help buffer. So again, get yourself some good headphones, create distance between you and the device. Absolutely don't let your kids hold their devices on their laps, anywhere near their heads. 1 foot makes a huge difference in regards to exposure. Airplane mode, especially at night or any long-term time that you have it on your body. And if you can, get your Wi-Fi router on a timer. We just plugged in like a Christmas light timer, and it shuts down. So super easy. We don't have to think about it. And it's important to have those breaks anyway. So it's almost like a forced shutdown time that we all need. All right, I hope that's helpful. If anyone has any questions, please comment below.